Morning. It's November 23rd, and what we have here is our 25-gallon pots that I grew our Halcinator tomatoes in. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this soil out of this container and put it in a new container and just replace it. I'm going to go ahead and get the soil ready for early in the spring's tomato grow. I'm going to go ahead and get these soil transferred into the new container, and what we have here is some bone meal, some organic vegetable and tomato food, and some worm castings, some bunny manure, and some lime. And we're just going to basically get it out of this pot and put it in the other pot. And as we go, we're going to add some fertilizers to it. With these organic fertilizers, it's going to take a little while for them to break down and become available to the plant. So I'm going to go ahead and get these boxes or these planter pots ready today for our tomato grow in the spring. And that'll give it, what is it, December, January, February, March for these nutrients to break down and become available to the plants in the spring. So we'll go ahead and get started. We did have about 3 inches of our leaf debris and pine needles and grass clippings that we used as a mulch. I've taken that off of the top here, and set that right there so I'll turn it over. So we got worm castings, bone meal, organic tomato and vegetable fertilizer, some pelletized lime, and some rabbit manure. We've got an acre here that the rabbits come out of the woods at night, and they come all over our property and eat the grass. And every couple of days I can walk out through the side of the yard over there and get a cup to 2 cups of bunny manure. This is fresh this morning. I walked around and scooped it up. So we're going to add this in here too. So we get that free. The Lord provides us with free manure. So what I'm going to do here is just break this old tomato plant where the last week's freezing got our tomato plants. I just cut the plant off the top. We leave all these roots in there. Nice little root mass here. Break it loose, and we'll just, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put some of that. Let's do this. I'm going to do both of these pots. That pot right there's got our carrot seeds in it. We're gonna grow some carrots over the winter, and the seeds we planted them last week. They're already sprouting up. So we're gonna leave that pot. I got another pot in the building. I'll do that. So I'm gonna take some of this, and I'm gonna just put that in the bottom. That's that leaf compost and grass clippings and pine needles. So now we'll just take this stuff, break it loose. Still got, I was going to add some perlite, but it looks like we got plenty of perlite in this stuff. This is how we re-amend our potting mixes. This was our second planting on this tomato pot. And when we replanted in here, we dumped all the soil out and re-amended it with leaf compost and pine needles all broken down and grass clippings all broken down out of our compost pile that we've had back here most of the year. There's some mushroom compost still in here too. I just broke some of that up. So we'll just sprinkle a little bit of lime, maybe about, I don't know, teaspoon there. A little bit of bunny manure, probably about, I don't know, quarter cup. Just a handful of this worm castings, not even. A little bit of bone meal, not much. We'll layer it as we go. I know that's, there it is. It's hard to do with my gloves on. And just a little bit of this organic vegetable fertilizer, just a little bit. We ain't trying to overdo it, but we are trying to put enough in there that these plants will get a good start on growing next spring. And we're just basically layering it like a lasagna. And we'll let it sit here. And over the winter, as it rains, it'll moisten up this potting mix and garden soil and break down these nutrients. And what we found is these halcinators, we like growing them every year, and we did grow some brandywines. We're going to try a different variety of brandywine in the spring, the Sutta strain or Sutta strain, the larger brandywines. But those plants grow fine in a 25-gallon container. They grow large enough for us. We get enough tomatoes off of the plants, especially planting 2 plantings. So if you're going to grow your tomatoes in pots, I suggest 25-gallon pots. We did one this year in a 15-gallon pot, and it just, I mean, you can do that if that's all you got. It does work. You will get tomatoes, but the 25-gallon pots are the way to go if you can do that. We're not in a place to put them in the ground yet, so we're just going to keep growing them right here in this little area. Right here where we've got the plastic down. We're going to redo this in the spring. Pull it all up, put the landscaping fabric down. And there we go. Just a little bit of, because our plastic with the UV rays down here of the sun, it's intense down here in southern Mississippi. And it broke this plastic down in 1 year. But it worked great. But now we're going to get the big roll of landscaping fabric, the woven stuff, the real nice stuff, nursery stuff. And we're going to put that down on the ground and put everything back. But that'll be later on in the spring. We're just trying to get a jump on everything now, get these pots ready. Let them sit over the winter. break down these nutrients. Man, this is some really good soil. Like I say, we do have garden soil in here too from when we planted our second planting. I just laid a tarp out and dumped these buckets or pots on the ground and re-amended it heavy. I've got some videos on the channel when I did that. But I'm using my tarps to cover my cabbages back there because we've had some rain past few days and I didn't want the heads on them cabbages splitting. We've already had one of the cabbage heads to split apart, or I'd lay my tarp out and mix it all up with my shovel. But this works just as good. And like I say, it's just like the lasagna, just a little bit of lime, just a little bit. A little bit of bunny manure. A little bit of worm castings. A little bit of bone meal. Not much. A little bit of fertilizer. Like I say, I'm just doing small amounts. And then in the spring, we'll already have a jump on it. Have our planter pots ready to go. Get a little chilly this morning. We had that deep freeze come through for 3 days. We was down to 25 degrees at night. Then it went back up to in the 80s. We had, I think, an 84-degree day a couple days ago, last week. And now the temperatures at night's getting down a little bit. We got up this morning, it was 50 degrees. It's overcast with the rain we just had. So it's a good day to get out here and do this. Not too hot. I guess winter's moving on in here. I believe they said this week on our forecast, Thanksgiving will be this week. Today's Sunday. So Thanksgiving, I think, is Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. I have to look at the calendar. But I think we're going to go from 80s. They said Thanksgiving here might be in the 60s. So that'll be a nice little cool off. It will slow down everything now that it's getting colder or cooler. It'll slow down the these nutrients breaking down. They need warmer weather to break down faster. But we got all winter to leave these guys here and let the stuff break down. So that's what we're going to do. And in the spring, it'll be ready to go. Lord willing, we make it. We're here next year. We level it out, shake it down. Okay. A little more stuff in here, a little bit of lime. Like I say, not much. A little bit of bunny manure. A little bit of worm castings. A little bit of bone meal. A little bit of tomato and vegetable fertilizer. Now we're getting to the bottom of this pot. All right, we're getting there. And there we go. We'll just leave this as our styrofoam. We've got a little lizard there. Come on, buddy. I didn't mean to mess your home up. There you go, little buddy. We'll get him set back in place here in a minute. So, that's how we re-amend our soil. Get an early start on it for next year's tomato grow. I'm just going to set this pot back in place. Probably water it in. We've got a barrel over here with rainwater. And then we'll top it back off. I got a bag there with more leaf and grass clippings. As our composted mulch, we're going to top that off and we're going to call it done. And that's how we re-amend our pots and get a jump on it for next spring's tomato grow. Thanks for watching.